I drink till I'm
We've hit 2 consecutive $1 million months over the last 2 months. We've scaled so fast, so quick.
wake up in the sky.
Big day. I've got an interview on a really big podcast here in the US.
I know I'm super fly.
You know, my crypto portfolio's done extremely well. We helped buy my parents a house.
That's why they all fuck with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly.
This is the first major trip I've done in the last 12 months to the US. It's always been a dream of mine to scale a business, and this business in particular, to the US. Like, being crypto, like, it's global, right? From being Australian born, it's been amazing because we get that sort of Australian flavor that, you know, makes it easy for us to you know, help Aussies, but to really scale, you know, into the US. You know, not many companies have done that, especially in crypto. There's been like a couple, and I really do believe that, you know, we can do it. We've got an amazing team. We've got an amazing product. We've hit 2 consecutive $1 million months over the last, you know, 2 months, which has been crazy. Like, we've scaled so fast, so quick. But I do believe, like, we can be dominating across the world. But the US is a different beast, man. Like, you know, we've had to really reposition the brand, the product. Like, a lot of our, you know, even all of our platinum clients, you know, all the times were in Australian time zones. All of our team, you know, with 20 full-time staff members here in Australia, like, having to make sure they can cover the US times as well. And just like fundamentally trying to shift and pivot the business. US pricing, you know, we've got people signing up from Germany, Europe, UK, like people everywhere. And you get sort of sucked into thinking Australia is like the world revolves around Australia here. And it's not reality at all. The world is so much bigger. In fact, no one even knows where Australia is if you're outside of Australia. So that's been a big challenge, you know, to try and, you know, really build and grow the internal team to understand that. Like, our numbers have been, you know, just phenomenal over the last, you know, 2 or 3 months. To get to where we are today has been crazy. I'll show you. Like, this is in the last month. So in August, we had 1.1 million in sales. If we go back to like a few months ago, like, we were literally like not doing any sort of these numbers. It's absolutely crazy to think. In July, we did $1 million. That was our first month we'd ever did $1 million in a month in July. But you go back to like April of this year, I think we're only doing like 200,000 a month. So we've like 5x the business in like just a few months, which is absolutely wild. Scaling that internally, operations, client success. We've just brought on a new chief growth officer, Travis, who's an absolute legend. It's been a wild journey to think where I started out, literally had nothing just a few years ago, 9 years ago, sharing a bunk bed with my brother, living at home in, you know, with my parents. And now to think, you know, we're growing a global business, 20 full-time staff, doing $1 million a month in revenue, like, it's wild. But I don't think about that, you know, it's a good way to score and a good way to see how you're going. But like, I'm on a mission. Like, I really want to change the way people invest in crypto, understand the space, where they get research, education. Like, this space is just littered with so much crap. And I used to work for a YouTube influencer, a crypto YouTube influencer back in the day. And it's not how I want to do business. Like, I want to be transparent, trusted, you know, morally, ethically, everything aligned. And that's the real difference. And that's where the collective shift difference really lies, in having that community and, you know, people believing in what we're doing. And, you know, even on our platform, like, we've got a full trust and transparency piece where we go through and all of our team members share, you know, all of their investments. And every time we buy or sell anything, all of our team adheres to this policy. So you can see, you know, literally all of our tokens. We update this every single week. You know, we share any referral arrangements. We don't do paid promotion. We don't do under the table deals. We don't do any of that. So it's really important for us that we, you know, grow based on ethics and morals. And that's something that, you know, historically in crypto isn't a thing. So that's what I focus on, and we're on a global mission, and it's, you know, it's stressful. It is. I love the journey, and as long as we're doing a great job and our clients are winning, that's all that matters. So today's plan, I've just got a Q&A bonus session with some clients or potential clients. I've then got a social media call. We're doing some content while I'm in LA, so getting that sorted. Then my driver's coming to pick me up. Then I've got to just do a couple of things, buy my way a ticket for an event. Got my executive call, flight to Sydney, and then my flight to LA. And when I land in LA tomorrow, I'll then have my sort of team meetings and stuff. I haven't really blocked out anything just yet because I don't really know the ins and outs of what I'm doing, but I've got like all my to-do list here, which, like, I've got so much stuff. I usually plug that into my calendar, like, once I land and understand what the hell's going on. We've got a masterclass next week, and then I've got this big podcast with Omar, which is, he's got 250,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's gonna be fun. Hey Pierre. Good mate, how are you? Good.
got word from the team that I've now got 4 podcasts lined up when I get to the US, which is awesome. So a couple of big ones too, to be honest. I think one's got 250,000 subscribers on YouTube, and a couple other pretty decent sized ones as well. So one of the best things about having money compared to when I didn't have money, being able to fly business class. Oh my god! Like, I know it's probably something that a lot of people do now anyway. But like, man, I remember my first trips to the US when I was trying to raise money like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was like going over there. You're trying to work. You've got no time to waste. You're trying to figure out your business. You're tired. You're jet lagged. Uncomfortable as fuck seats. And like, I'm so grateful to be where I am now, not have to do that, because fucking hell, I've done my time. Work hard to be able to afford to be able to fly. It's something simple as business, man. Like, it is just a game changer in terms of energy and like sleep, and like I'll be able to, because I land Australian time morning, which would be US time afternoon, and like straight into it, straight to the hotel, straight to work. Just being able to work like on the plane, be comfortable, not feeling just like so jet lagged that you can't work. Like, I'll definitely hit it, get hit with jet lag a couple of days in, but I've got my podcast lined up for the end of the week. I've got a couple of meetings straight into it, trying to organise some marketing stuff now. I've got to talk to my team. That is the hard thing about being on the road, is trying to like, in different time zone, is like my whole team is in Australia, so the time zone differences is not ideal, so we have to just like do what we can async. But we're a remote company, so that'll be fine. It's just like stressful sometimes. When the last time I was in the US, you're just kind of working all day, because Australia isn't awake in the morning in the US, but they are over night time, so you kind of just end up working all day and all night, which is is what it is. But it's kind of hitting me now, like at the lounge, just having some food, and I'm like, okay, this is happening. Lone Ranger, time to fucking make shit happen. So hope you enjoy the journey. It's gonna be fun. So it's always been my dream to fly an A380, and today we ticked it off. So I've got this bucket list, right? It's a bucket list I created a little while ago, and I basically am on a mission to tick it all off. It's a bit of fun, but yeah, just listing all those things that I want to do and being able to like go through and tick them off is kind of like fulfilling and rewarding. Kind of gives meaning to a lot of things. This is really fucking cool. It's got like a double-decker bus, but it's a plane. So it's got these like cool like little compartments where you can kind of like put stuff in there. Like, I haven't seen that on the plane before. You've got like your own little cupboard area. So one of the things that Leo gets me to do, I always forget, but it changed the game, is journaling. I'm going to show you this. So I bought this one of these like digital like pad things. I'm supposed to be doing it every day. I always either forget or I just don't do it. But it really helps me calm my brain down and get all of my thoughts out. Like, I've got ADHD, I take ADHD medication, and man, just to be able to write things out and get all my plans and thoughts on a page. I'm a massive note taker as well. Let me show you this. So this is my US to-do list that I keep. So as I'm journaling, I'll actually come up with ideas I need to do, and then I'll put it in my to-do list. And then I've got like different things. I'm speaking at Jeremy's mastermind, so I'm just like starting to note down all the things I need to do in my mastermind. Webinar strategy that we're working on. Here's my bucket list actually. So I've got Tomorrowland, Burning Man. Oh, run a marathon for that. Tick that off. Fly business class. And then I've also got all of my my team meetings in here as well. So I've got team meetings. So I've got like 30 odd people I speak to. So my sales whip, my list for Travis, Alice, Josh, Tim, my marketing meetings, Bergs. So in here I can go into any of these and then say, okay, cool, this is the things I need to speak to Josh about. So I have a list for all my team meetings. LA airport is fucking crazy. Like, this place has got like, I think 6 terminals or 7 terminals. I was taking this driver. Every time I come here I get lost, but now when you got a driver, far easier, I must admit. Another perk I'd say of taking profits, boys. But got let through. Man, US security is fucking scary. That place is like, you feel as though you're gonna get shot. But he was like, looked at my ticket. He's like, oh, how many people on the Qantas flight? I was like, I don't know, man, pretty half full. He's like, Indigo. Didn't even take my fingerprints in Indigo. So that's good. Sometimes it gets crazy in there, but I forgot to the airport. Not the airport, hotel.
Okay, just got to the hotel. They've got a room upgrade for me though, so he said you can wait now and you have a room upgrade, and I'm here for a week, so I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's wait. Rolled up to the, I'm in Beverly Hills, staying at the Plaza, Century Plaza or something, which is quite nice. Already so American, rolled up and you've got the Cybertruck out the front, looking elite. And yeah, just kind of like going through the motions. So I've just checked up on Slack, everything's just like going nuts because I missed so much of yesterday with the Wi-Fi off. So first thing I do is use Airlo, the app. So Airlo is like a great eSIM app. You can literally just like, plug it in, select where you're headed, like what country you're at, and it'll download a local SIM, so you get local internet. And then, yeah, going to start to make some calls. I've got my marketing level 10 meeting, I've got my sales meeting, and then also I've just got a bunch of stuff that I've been writing on the plane that I want to touch base with the team. So I've got to chat to, we've got another big masterclass coming up in the US, we've got our summit, we've got our Platinum US Client Day, which we've got to sort out in Miami, and then got to get ads going. We've got a social media team coming to record ads this week in LA, so we're doing like cool ads with a team, which is going to be super fun to try and get some shots of America, which is going to be really cool. And then, yeah, honestly, like I'm a bit frazzled. Like I've just got so much in my head. I need to sit down and write all out with my my laptop. But I'm going to wait to check in, probably hit the gym. It's 3:45 here, but it's like 8 a.m. back in Australia. So just going to get in, get settled, make a couple of calls out here while I wait for the room, hit the gym, and then try and freshen up and get my to-do list in order and get into it. Righto. Look at this place. This is the hotel. They've just upgraded me, which is pretty elite. Fuck, last time I was here, barely had any money. This is about 3 or 4 years ago, trying to grow the business. And man, I was just staying in like what literally felt like backpackers. It was horrible. Just be able to have a nice place, honestly, makes all the difference. Like this place got a gym. It's down in Beverly Hills. Like, feels as though it's kind of safe. Kind of nice here. Just be able to get some work done and not have to feel like, when you're traveling and you're just in a different environment, just, I don't know. I like to feel, especially in a different country, doing it solo. Like, this is a nice pad. I wrote and did some journaling today, just like on my gratitude and like thinking back to the days where I didn't have any of this. Like today, I literally flown business class, got a chauffeur driver here, staying in this amazing hotel, got upgraded. Just life is so different, but it's weird because it doesn't feel real. Like I'm just on the next thing. Like I don't feel like I've achieved anything really, and like, from a crypto perspective, like investing, and I've done really well on that space, but now I really want to help others do the same. And that's the mission we're on. And that's why I'm here in the US. And yeah, I don't know. It's exciting. Like this month's going to be epic over here. To have all the team back home, all my meetings are going to be late and it is lonely. Not going to lie. Yeah, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity I have. Now I can kind of do it in more comfort, and all these things help. And honestly, that's been the biggest thing, that if I could like pass that on, like in terms of money and what I've been able to do with the money that I've made through crypto, through my business. My crypto portfolio's done extremely well. I've already taken profits recently on Maple and, helped buy my parents a house. Outside of the family stuff, it's about like buying back time, whether that be through business class, just getting a chauffeur, having a nice hotel, gym, eating well, energy, time, energy, freedom. That's the big thing. That's been the biggest thing that's gonna, that's allowed me to invest more in my business, honestly, time. And, outsourcing the lower level things that, I don't have to do anymore, give my assistant or my team or whatever else, spending as much time as I can on my superpower. My superpower is like crypto, business, marketing, content. Literally just sat downstairs for 2 hours waiting for the hotel room to become available, did a reel, spoke to my social team, getting ready for our marketing meeting that we have in about half an hour. It's about 6 o'clock here, so I'm about to go get some food, get prepared for that. Like, it's about leverage now, like leveraging our amazing team that I brought on to help me share in this mission. And it's about me leading them and giving them, the things to go and achieve and get after it, because I can't do everything on my own anymore. I used to do everything on my own. Now I've got 20 people. It's about setting myself up and compounding and growing that money. Like, it was just a few months ago, we had $300,000 in the bank, and now, got close to 1.5-2 million just sitting in the bank. Just a different world as we grow and scale. And it's just about reinvesting, and I could have a lot more, but I would keep reinvesting, hiring good people, investing, growing, marketing, ads, brand, everything. Like really doubling down. Like, I want us to be the number one. That's the goal. Big vision is a lot bigger than what all of you see today, and it's exciting. I literally spent bloody 15 hours on the plane with no Wi-Fi, writing down a bunch of ideas. So I'm going to go through those ideas, start to just get them all sorted, get them locked in, and then, yeah, going to go get some food and get into my Australian calls. I just had breakfast too. It's like 6 p.m. So I don't know. This jet lag is going to be interesting. We'll see how we we go. So I've just got my marketing meeting now with the marketing team. So we've got so much stuff going on. We've got a big Australian crypto conference coming up. We've got to plan that. We've got 2 big live summits coming up. We've got to plan that. I've got 4 US podcasts. I need to figure out what the hell's going on there. We're launching some new ads. We've got to record new ad strategies. We've got a whole social media crew coming out in LA to record some stuff. So yeah, just going to jump on the call with the guys, figure out what needs to be done and go from there. This crushed. The summit was really good. Again, the high net worth summit. We know that stuff works. Now, the other thing that's been really good is we've had 16 sales calls booked from the VSL. Just wrapped up a few meetings here in LA. Here's my remote setup. I recently got a iPad where it can actually connect to your Mac as a second monitor, which is really cool. So good on the road. Just doing my schedule. Had a call with my chief of staff and EA Alice. Just had our marketing meeting, had our sales whip, and then just met with my team with Tim just to get a lot of things sort of locked in. We're just integrating a lot more software on our ad side. This is also my content calendar. So this is what my social team develops. Like this is the amount of content we put out. This is on a day-to-day. So this is like Tuesday. There's like 10 pieces of unique content there in a day. Absolutely wild. The team, we've got this really locked in, which is absolutely epic. The media side of our business is really growing. Like we've got a huge expansion plan built there where we're going to have a lot more content coming out from Collective Shift and tackling different angles, and we're building new products where we're not just focusing on crypto, we're looking at wealth and different things as well, which is really, really cool. So yeah, just really building a media powerhouse is so important. Like building a personal brand has been a game changer for me. And 2 or 3 years ago, we were scared to be in front of camera, and now doing these vlogs and YouTube videos and Instagram and Reels, and I've got a lot of knowledge and a lot of thoughts and experience to share, and you just be authentic and vulnerable and share those insights, and people resonate. Like I'm just creating content for for those of you that are out there trying to make it in crypto or trying to figure it out, or maybe you're in business and you're traveling, and maybe I can be a bit of a inspiration. I don't know if that's the right word, more of a story, or like confidence that you can do it on your own. Like for me personally, coming from Tassie with a lot of money growing up, and now to be traveling into the US and trying to scale our business over here, and being from Tasmania, a small little island in Australia, it's a long way from home. So just being on the grind, consistent, speed, delivery, constant, like go. It's currently 9:30 p.m. here, and it's just non-stop. I've got a few more things to do tonight, post a few articles, look into the market, do a bit of research, look at what's going on. We've had a bit of a bounce overnight, which is good. I'm about to buy a couple of tokens and buy this dip where we're currently adding crypto. So I'm going to share all of those insights with our clients, which I normally do. Share all of our buys and sells, which is one of the benefits. So by the way, if you are interested, we do a free training. Click the link below, you can check that out. But yeah, been a long day, very jet lagged. I'm just going to tick off a few more things here, figure out if I'm going to go eat some more food. I don't really know. Kind of just had lunch and it's 9:30, so I don't really know what to do. But I'll wrap that up. And then tomorrow we've got just a day to get into some deep work. So I want to get into some more deeper marketing strategy, some product strategy stuff. Yeah, get prepared for the podcast I've got this week. Got a couple of big podcasts, as I mentioned, so looking forward to that. And yeah, exciting times. Good morning from LA. I actually got some half decent sleep. I take sometimes a lot of sleep medication. My ADHD brain just doesn't turn off, so I take some melatonin sometimes. Currently on magnesium, and then I take some blood pressure reduction medication as well sometimes when I can't sleep, especially when I'm traveling. So anyway, we got up, just got changed. Yeah, today, big day. I've got an interview on a really big podcast here in the US. I think they've got 200 or 250,000 YouTube subscribers, so looking forard to that. My morning routine, I've just got up, just check my calendar, look at, it's bad though when I'm in the US, I just end up working so long because, you work all through the day. I get about 6 hours of deep work time from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then Australia wakes up, and then it's basically Australian meetings and stuff from 3 p.m. to about 9 or 10 p.m. and then I wrap up. So today, going to go down for breakfast. I'm going to start to look at, what's happened over the day, yesterday in Australian time. We've got some scripts I need to record. I'm doing some content shoots on the weekend, so recording some content, need to do some scripting for that, and then I'm going to look into just our sales numbers, metrics, have a look at our marketing metrics, have a look at all of that, just catch up on everything. Usually do my journaling in the morning as well, just to get my head right and get in the game. And then I'm going to prepare for this podcast. Got a meeting with my podcast agent this morning, just talk through some strategies on that front, and it's been an hour and a half drive out of the podcast, so I'll probably just listen into some content, some podcasts I want to catch up on personally. Hour and a half back, and then I'll get into some more work, have some meetings for the Australian team later on today, go out for dinner, and then get prepared for my content shoot, which will be tomorrow. So yeah, that's me for today. We'll hook in.
So I just caught up with Devon, my podcast agent, and we're just going through preparation for today's podcast. This is like the biggest interview I've ever done. This guy's got, a lot of followers and pretty exciting. And we just go through a strategy. So, not just rocking up to the podcast and just hoping for the best, but like, what do we want to share? How are we going to direct the conversation? What are we going to give away for free? How can we really add as much value to the audience? And, I think a lot of people don't realize how much work actually goes into content and actually being able to provide as much value as possible. And for me personally, getting review on all my content, I've had a speaking coach. I have people review my public talks. I've got Devon that reviews my podcast. So, after it's podcast today, he'll get a copy of the replay. We'll go through and, set up a call with him and go step by step to review how I went. What did I say? How could I improve it? How can I add more value? Where did I stop, pause, go on a rant? How can I keep, bringing back value to the audience? So it's been one of the biggest things that's made a huge game changer to me personally over my journey, because I quit school right back in 2017 and having to learn on my own. Big way I've done that is just by hiring and paying for advisors and coaches to help me. I remember trying to figure it out on my own when I first started and, lost a lot of money trying to just wing it and thinking I knew everything, but the reality is I don't. And, by hiring amazing people, amazing coaches, it allowed me to fast track my results, fast track getting the best insights and honestly just get results faster. And that's been a huge part of my journey. So I would definitely recommend for all of you, if you're wanting to get better at anything, try and find that person that's done what you've done before. That's done what you're trying to do. How much can you pay them and bring them onto your team? And now you've got a secret weapon. Don't reinvent the wheel. Copy what's already been done. Okay, now I'm going to go to just pack this up. I've been doing some work down here. I'm going to go to, there's a sauna, I believe, here, and a cold plunge. Feeling pretty tired this morning, so I just want to, before this podcast, get up, go get a sauna, get a refresh, get a coffee, and then my driver's picking me up in an hour and a half, and I think it's an hour and a half drive out to this podcast. So just want to freshen up, get a little bit awake, and then we'll get on the road. Okay, feeling way better now. Had that sauna, ice bath, had a steam room, feeling pretty good now. So just getting ready, getting changed. I was just putting my t-shirt on, getting prepared for the podcast. I'm about the driver's waiting outside. Really need to get a coffee though first. Gonna have that. And then, it's about an hour and a half drive and getting pretty nervous now. So pretty excited. It's gonna be fun. All my preparations come up to this point. So I got all my notes, everything's ready to go. So we're gonna dive into crypto business, scaling in the US. This is my biggest podcast I've ever done as a guest, and my first one in the US. So pretty excited about that. There's 4 in total I'm doing in the next couple of weeks. No better way to just get amongst it and have fun. So looking forward to it. Okay, just cafe where I'm going to wait for Omar and his team. I'm just going to look at my notes. Just got a negative 2-star review from a guy that apparently had a sales call and didn't like the fact that we said XRP might only 2x from here. So he hasn't even signed up, and because of that fact, he's given us a 2-star review. So just another day in paradise as a business owner. I'm about to walk into a big interview and you get this, which just frustrates me a lot because it's this is just ridiculous in my opinion. But to be honest, we've got to try and give everyone the best experience as we can, and we set expectations to all of our customers coming in because we don't overpromise a collective shift. A lot of people overpromise online, and we're not that. We're going to set expectations and tell you what is possible and what's realistic, and that's ultimately how we get the best results. And then this is probably a reason why he didn't join, and gave us a nice 2-star review on the way out. So oh dear. Anyway, looking forward to this. To be honest, it feels very foreign where I am. I don't really know where I am. I traveled an hour and a half inland from LA. Feels like I'm in a bit of a community or a town of some description, or a hotel. I actually don't know. Feel like I'm in a different country. Well, funny that I am in a different country, different world. I don't know. Just got to sort of battle the uniqueness of it all, and I don't know. Just a different culture here. Anyway, we push on. Happy days. So I'll show you some of my notes. Here's my notes I was just making this morning with my podcast coach. So just about just trying to really position ourselves and tell more stories, because I think I can get caught up in the weeds sometimes and start getting too technical. So just talk about my story and how I even got into crypto, some of the, stories I've been on and the clients we've helped. And then, I think, some of those worst podcasts we've all listened to is where they just waffle on and just talk just rubbish, and it's super boring. So I want to try and make sure, I can share and get, some good stories and enthusiasm today, and, hopefully make it a good show. So there we go. Just wrapped up the podcast with Omar. So we got right into detail on a lot of crypto stuff. Also, we got into how to simplify your portfolio, not have to do all the trading and stuff like we normally talk about on the channel, but
This is so much fun. We're going to send the link very soon, so check it out. Wow, guys, just wrapped up that podcast. That was pretty full on. I was so nervous to start with, not gonna lie. So yeah, 250,000 subscribers. Like, he's had, so many amazing big guests on that channel. It was pretty wild. So we went up into his studio, and he had production guy there, and 3 cameras, and it was pretty intense. I mean, he was pretty dialed in though. Great guy, Omar. Great fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of energy. I always get pretty tired off the back of those podcasts. I'm a big productivity guy, as a lot of you know. Trying to really get the most out of my day, and these big podcasts, especially when you're getting interviewed for an hour and a half, just really wipes you out. So this morning, really trying to protect my energy as much as I can when I take my ADHD medication, when I travel. This morning I try not to work too much. I was just doing a sauna, ice bath, just to freshen up, because I was feeling pretty shitty this morning. But that all sort of pays off now when those podcasts come out. So yeah, hopefully when we put this out, you guys will be able to see that. But yeah, media and distribution is so important, and part of the US expansion at the moment that we're doing over here is just a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews, getting our name out there. And this country is a massive fucking country. I actually don't know where I am right now. I feel as though I'm in a hotel. I don't really know. Drove an hour and a half in California to be here. It was a bit of its own world. Don't really know. Anyway, it's just a massive market, and I think that's one of the things that coming from Australia, being surrounded by just Aussies, you can kind of get wrapped up in your world that Australia is the only place on earth, and crypto is revolves around Australia, but it's not at all. It all comes out of the US. 20 times more people here. It's massive. This country is huge, and to really win at the top level, you've got to win here, and that's what I'm on a mission to do. And couldn't do it all you guys on the journey and watching these vlogs, and feels I'm going insane sometimes just speaking to this bloody little camera, especially when I don't have my videographer with me. Hope you guys enjoy the ride. Hope you enjoy that bit of that podcast. We might put in some clips here when it goes up. And I'm going to drive home now. Going to do some work on the way home. Got Australia's waking up, so it's 3 p.m. here. Tomorrow I've got some video shoot that I've got to do, and then we've got a video shoot to go. So I'll bring you along on the journey with us, and then I'm off to Vegas. So see you soon. I'm on the way home, and I couldn't decide what to eat, and man, we don't have Chick-fil-A in Australia. This shit is the bomb. These crinkle cut chips. Oh fuck. I'm a burger, I'm nuggets. Got back from dinner, and just been chilling in the hotel room. It's been a massive few days. Really going overtime. And it's hard, the team back in Australia. It's quite isolating over here, especially when you don't go around in the team anymore. And I'm used to going to the office every day and trying to communicate with the team, Slack, WhatsApp. And it's only we can only communicate from 4 p.m. to the time now is 11 p.m. So I'm kind of working non-stop, and just feel the sort of exhaustion hit, especially on the jet lag. Traveling around today took 4 hours to get there and back. Plus the podcast of about 6 hours round trip trying to work on the way there. And I just find when I'm here in the US, you just work around the clock, because I love that deep work time in the morning, and then the team wakes up and it's go time. So yeah, need to figure out a better way to sort of manage that, I think, especially trying to stay on top of crypto. Crypto's pumping right now, it's exciting, but yeah, it's hard when I've got 18 people back in Australia and trying to communicate and keep everything running smoothly. I mean, that's not the problem actually. The team do a phenomenal job. It's just more I want to be involved and keeping things moving, and I just feel as though it's kind of hard to get that momentum, and it's hard to kind of stay connected when you're so far away. But that's why I basically work around the clock, 12, 13 hours a day. But it does hit you, and it's because I got an extra day because I flew over here. I've essentially had 6 working days, and then tomorrow I've got some video content I'm going to do. Saturday doing some video content, and then Sunday in the US it's Monday again. So I don't think that's going to be a day off. And then off to Vegas for the Hormozy event next week. So anyway, show goes on. It's been a great day. It's been a successful day, and going to grab some rest, watch some Netflix, and head to bed. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Happy Bitcoin all-time high days. Always a fun day when Bitcoin's pumping all-time highs. Had a good sleep last night. Today is the final day in LA. We're going to go to Universal Studios today. Going to check out. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so we're going to check out what's going on over there. Check out the Hogwarts and the setup over there, because I've got the morning free, and then we're doing some video editing. So not video editing. We're going to go around and record a bunch of content around Santa Monica and Beverly Hills. So we've got a videographer I got connected to here, so we're going to go do some content and wrap up the day. So see you soon. I've decided I need to get a hobby, so I'm coming to Universal Studios, doing it solo, because I've decided that I'm going to go nuts if I continue working, because there's literally nothing else to do and I love what I do. So a bit of a low-key Harry Potter fan, so going to check out this place. I'm late. I think there's like 2 hours to go. I think there's a VIP pass because like fuck waiting in the lines, all these families. Let's find that line. Okay, I have secured the express ticket, but apparently the thing shuts at 6. I've just spent God knows how much money on this pass, and I've got 10 minutes to get to this ride. It's like a tour or something. Honestly, I'm just here to see Harry Potter, but classic me, arrived way too late, and I'm wearing all black hoodie as well and pants, and it's fucking hot. Hopefully this thing's good. Otherwise, this is a waste of a 0.003 of a Bitcoin.